6 o'clock and that's it. I mean, you set your watch when I come through that door. 5-2. Kotal. 2 minutes, 2 keys out. Once that big hand, it's a 6 a month. I mean, I'm just classed as an employee these days. I'm going to start acting like one. You've not heard a word I've said.
I'm thinking.
Oh, no.
We should move out.
We're going to.
I mean, me and Shannon. It's mad, this. You took us in because we were homeless, so he goes and makes you homeless and all. It's not right.
Of course it's not. But it's my Uncle Fred who's in wrong, not you.
Yeah, you're still getting your marching orders either way.
Look, I took you in because you had nowhere else to go. And I asked you back because, well, I wanted us to be together. And so what if it's not here? We can find another place.
Not as nice and not as cheap.
We'll manage. We can start looking tonight. Look fruit papers, and if you fancy anywhere, make the appointments. And the half-close shop early, it's my Uncle Fred's tough luck. See you later.
Deirdre?
I'm in here. Just found a stain on the arm of this.
Yeah, well, leave that for now. I want you to have something to eat.
I can't, Ken.
But you must. You hardly slept a wink last night. At this rate, you'll be fainting in the dock. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb you. I was just lying there with all these thoughts going through my head. Stupid thoughts, like, do you get a decent pillow in prison?
Oh, Deirdre.
I just had to get up and calm down. There's something about sleeping in a single bed that makes you feel lonely.
Oh, I doubt you'd have felt much better in a double.
And now I'm trying to decide what to wear. This or this skirt and blouse. Only this is my best suit, you see, and it looks expensive. Maybe I don't want to look expensive. Maybe I want to look like the poor gullible idiot.
Don't do this.
I can't help it, Ken. One minute I want them to feel sorry for me, and the next minute I'm thinking, stuff them. Why should I start acting as if I'm guilty? I'm not.
Of course you're not.
I'm innocent before the law.
I mean, you're not even on trial. It's only a bail hearing.
Only. Listen to us. A week ago, I didn't even know what bail was.
Proposed?
Yep.
Well, that's fantastic. Isn't it? I mean, you haven't turned him down.
Oh, no, I'm thrilled to bits. I mean, it was dead romantic and everything. But it probably won't happen. Not for years, anyway.
Samantha, aren't you getting a bit old for all this long engagement stuff?
Shut up, you. No, it's not me and Des that've got a problem. It's my ex.
Oh.
Well, he'd have to agree to a divorce, wouldn't he?
Don't get me on the subject of ex-husbands, otherwise we'll be here all day.
I'll say, she's had more exes than a football pool.
Yes, I heard that, Vera.
I'll get it. All right, Jack.
Here, what time do you call this?
Hey, you said that without moving your lips. I was expecting you 2.5 hours ago.
Well, we had to go and get your spindles, didn't we? They're in the van. I mean, you can't have staircase without spindles, can you, eh?
Can I not?
No.
Right, girls, just leave these lads to get cracking, will you? Because time is money and all that, eh? Yet?
Today's just a formality, Deirdre, nothing to worry about.
No?
I'll be asking for an adjournment. The prosecution's got no reason to object. It'll be over and done with before you know it.
But what if the magistrate won't allow it? They could put me in prison till the trial comes up, couldn't they?
It's a few grand on a credit card. It's not Brink's map. Don't get me wrong. This is a big deal to you.
Oh, you're not kidding.
But these magistrates, they're used to dealing with serious fraud, you know, stretching into hundreds of thousands. And you're small fry.
Do you hear that? I'm small fry, apparently.
Yep, always suspected that.
Cheers. So, will they just let me go?
Well, they'll impose some conditions. Thanks, Mike. They'll need a permanent address for you.
Ken's.
And they'll ask for a surety.
Oh, I'll sort that out.
Hey, hang on.
No money changes hands, but if you do decide to do disappearing act, Mike will have to stump up the cash.
How much?
Why? Not thinking of taking a holiday, are you?
No.
Well, there you are then. It's a safe bet. I'll leave you to it.
There was one more thing before we go in. I was going to suggest we lift reporting restrictions.
What, let journalists in, you mean?
From what you know of John Lindsay, do you think he's cheated other women before, financially?
It wouldn't surprise me. Nothing would surprise me.
It's just that if other victims read about your case in the press, it might encourage them to come forward.
No.
It'd strengthen your hand to show there was some kind of pattern.
I'm sorry. Look, I know what you're saying. Don't you think I've put up with enough? I've lost my job, my marriage, my security. If this gets plastered all over the papers, I'll lose my dignity as well. What little I've got left.
Look, why can't you give him a ring? It's not like you rushed off your feet in here.
It's not like I'm going to get much privacy either, is it? I've got Jim and Gary out there knocking the staircase down, and I'm not going to ask my husband for a divorce on a payphone. Might as well go on Ricky Lake and do it.
All I'm saying is ask Jack if he can nip out. Bring him from home. You don't want to do it at all, do you?
Well, I'm not relishing the idea, no.
Change your mind.
About getting married? Oh, don't be daft. Look, I'm just saying that I don't see why I should ring Richie. It's playing right into his hands.
How?
It's like saying he's got some control over my life, over our future, and I'm not going to give him that satisfaction.
So what are you saying then? Just do nothing?
Yeah.
Not get married?
No, get married, but just do it in our own time.
Hiya. Pint, please, Nat. And have you got the arrows handy there?
Yep. There you go. Day off, Norman.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Nice to see you putting it to good use. Fiddling while Rome burns.
Hey?
And the red wreck is bulldozed. Thank you, Natalie. That was delicious.
Cheers.
Good. I'll pass your compliments on to the chef.
Well, excuse me for stating the obvious, Mrs. Bishop, but while these bulldozers are hovering, what is it you're doing exactly? Guzzling hot pot, drinking sweet sherry?
I'm fueling the fires, Norman.
Oh, I see. So it's a case of the hot pot calling the kettle black.
It'll be cold up at the camp. Even colder once night draws in. Still, a clear conscience lifts the lowest spirits.
Should I just throw myself on these now and have done with it? Thank you, Natalie.
Farrell. Farnsworth. Fitzgerald. Clapham. Baby.
Hi. You're through to Richie Fitzgerald. Leave your name and number after the tone, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Your Worships, you have had time to study my client's case and to take into account this is her first ever appearance in court. I would like to request an adjournment to allow time for defence to take instructions.
Mr. Phelan, does the prosecution raise any objections to the idea of an adjournment?
No objections on principle, but we would wish to impose certain restrictions, conditions of residence.
Miss Stillman?
My client's agreed to remain at the address listed, number 1 Coronation Street. She's also made provisions for her surety.
Does this sound acceptable, Mr. Phelan?
While we accept that this is Mrs. Rashid's first offence, we do need to consider the serious risk of her absconding. Consequently, we would ask that she surrender her passport and refrain from applying for any travel documents during the period of bail.
Your Worships, my client holds down a responsible full-time
With all
job.
due respect, Your Worships, she works as a travel agent.
If I may continue, she has broken all contact with John Lindsay, indeed says she would be happy never to set eyes on him again. I would consider the risk of her absconding to join him to be infinitesimal.
You think she was Ronnie Biggs the way they started talking?
I know. You can see she's terrified just being here. As if somebody like her is going to make things worse by doing a bunk.
Yeah, it's what's known in the trade as twisting the knife.
Deirdre Ann Rashid, please stand. You are remanded until the 6th of April. We are granting you bail on the following conditions. You will remain in residence at number 1 Coronation Street, and you will provide a surety of £2,000 against your failure to answer bail. We have heard Miss Stillman's defence that you are unlikely to abscond, but we would be naive in the circumstances not to guard against the possibility. You will surrender your passport to this court and give a guarantee that you will not apply for any travel documents during your time on bail. Are these conditions agreed?
They are.
Can you provide proof of assets to cover the surety?
We can, Your Worship.
And Mrs. Rashid has her passport to hand.
Your Worships, the surety can be arranged immediately, and we can organise for Mrs. Rashid to return with her passport within a matter of hours.
I'm afraid we must insist the conditions be entered into before Mrs. Rashid is released from custody. Mrs. Rashid, you will have to be taken into the cells until both the surety and passport are brought forward.
Hi. You're through to Richie Fitzgerald.
Right, come and sit down, Deirdre. Can I get you a drink? Tea?
Brandy, whiskey, strychnine, whatever's closest to hand.
Well, I got back as quickly as I could. Found the passport easily enough. It was the traffic that slowed me down.
Imagine if you'd left it at the other house.
Oh.
What with that solicitor playing her? I mean, she could have saved all this messing about if she'd just said to you in the first place, you need your passport.
I don't think she expected the magistrates to be quite so stringent.
Maybe she's just not very good.
Or maybe she believes you, Deirdre.
No, they certainly didn't. The magistrates, and it's their opinion that counts. Oh, God. I could have done with that an hour ago.
Did they really put you in a cell?
Cell, people, ensuite facilities, the works. Oh, it's all very modern and everything, but smell, bleach and other things. You just can't get away from it. It chokes you.
Do you want me to run you a bath?
I might have to get used to it by time.
Come on, square with me, Frankie. What was going on in there today?
What do you mean?
Well, look at Deirdre Barlow, right? Sorry, Deirdre Rashid. I mean, when you look at her, what do you see?
I see a normal, frightened middle-aged woman.
Exactly. She's not a Mata Hari, so what was the big deal about the passport? She hasn't got the guts to abscond to Burnley.
Well, I hope not, Mike, otherwise you can wave goodbye to your 2,000 quid.
She's just an ordinary person. She's not a criminal. In fact, she's one of the most ordinary people you could meet.
Sometimes ordinary people get sick of their ordinary lives and choose to do something about it.
And that's what you think she did?
Not necessarily. But look at it from the prosecution's point of view, right? She worked in a backstreet travel agents, lived a backstreet life. Then Lindsay came along, she saw a chance to transform it all.
Oh, who wouldn't?
Exactly. So either she manipulated Lindsay from the start, or she had a vague idea of what was going on but was enjoying herself too much to do anything about it. There's guilt both ways.
Yeah, but...
But either of those versions are easier to believe than this gullible woman in love act. Look, nobody gets to her age and falls that heavily, that blindly in love. No one.
You cynic.
Realist. She's got 3 marriages behind her. Don't know how many affairs. No, Mike, she's no star-crossed lover.
So what odds would I get on a double with her and Shergar?
This is the life, eh?
Oh, well, you're easy pleased through your Gary.
Well, Honolulu it isn't.
I'll go along with you there.
Well, as jobs go, it's not bad. A decent pint and no gaffer breathing down your neck.
Well, what do you think that is, eh?
My usual tincture, please, Jack.
What do you want?
A word with you.
Flossing or seeing the illipification. Will that do? Can't argue with the longest word in dictionary, Jack.
And you can't argue with this. You are underage and she definitely is, so if you don't mind, love it.
I'll be 1 minute. I've come to talk to you about selling a house. I don't think you're being fair on Ashley.
Don't you?
Me and Shannon are there because he wants us to be. I've offered to leave, but he won't have it. He'd rather move into some grotty bedsit with me than stay at yours on his own.
Then more fool him.
Your minute's up, lovey.
Is that all you can say?
Well, you're forcing me to say it. So I will. I'd rather lose Ashley as a nephew than gain the likes of you as a niece. There it's said, and we all know where we stand. Less of that, I say less of that.
You're going to die a sad and lonely old man. Do you know that? I'm going.
I spy with my little eye something beginning with LSB. It's Leslie's shiny buttons.
Of course.
Right, my go again. But I'll sit on to spy.
Oh, right, OK. I spy with my little eye something beginning with LLBP.
Oh, these are getting more complicated.
Oh, hey up, Curly, lad. Am I glad to see you?
What, me?
This lot are doing my head in. I spy for 3 solid hours now. Oh, Curly, mate, you shouldn't have. I could kiss you. You haven't.
Well, it's Leslie's little ball pack.
Hiya, gang. Who's for hot toddies?
Oh, yes. Right, I spy a toast to LRT. Leslie's rumbling tam.
Jack, we're about done for night. MacDonald and Mellets are unplugged, so have you got a minute?
Certainly,
I've left her having a good soak in the bath. He said she couldn't face people tonight.
Yeah, well, you should have dragged her in for a drink in celebration.
Oh, she's been given bail, Vera, that's all. She's still got to go to court.
What do you mean? They still think she's guilty?
Well, we don't, obviously.
But the lawyers must still, obviously.
Right. We've taken half the rest of the stuff down to the tip, Jacko, and I'm telling you, it's rotten, am I right?
Yeah, I'm surprised nobody didn't break the neck.
Right, so when can I expect you in the morning?
First thing, David.
Right. Is that thing safe?
What thing? What thing?
I've tended it up at the top, so as long as you're careful, you should be all right.
What's going on? Hey, you're not going home, are you?
We certainly are, aye.
Well, what's that ladder doing there? What's happened to my staircase?
Look, Vera, it's a big job, all right? We'll start first thing in the morning, OK?
You're not expecting me to climb a ladder to my bedroom, are you?
No, you see, she's afraid of heights, you see, lad.
Afraid of heights? Me, I'm terrified. I get a nosebleed on the top deck of a bus.
Oh, just close your eyes, think of England.
Oh, no, I'm not having this, Jack. Tell him.
No, see, I'll go up first and then I'll hold your hand, love.
Oh, no, you won't, because there won't be a ladder there, because they're putting the staircase back.
Vera, look, it's a full day's work here, all right? And I'm not about to start doing it now, and neither's Mr. Mallet, OK? So we're away on. We'll see you in the morning.
See ya.
Good night, lads.
Right, cheerio now.
You see, if you'd have let me fix it, there'd have been none of this trouble, would there?
How's it going? I've seen packs of brownies with more fight in them. Count yourself lucky.
Aye. Les looks happy.
Oh, we'll make up for it tonight. 6-pack, feet up, footy on the vid. Feel like a pig in muck.
Oi, Les, do you want to know the score?
You know.
Leslie, I'm talking to you. Get stuff. Oh, they've equalised.
Chelsea
let's go and have a cup of
in the
tea.
first half. And that's
Les,
up towards
tea.
Ollie. It'll come out as far as
Oh
McKinley.
my God, they put one in on a break. 3-2, Leslie.
That's it.
3-2.
Done that.
3-2.
You're knocking it back a bit, aren't you? Oh, watch you don't fall off the ladder.
You'd love that, wouldn't you?
Me?
Yeah, well, I won't be going up any ladder. Because I'm keeping on that settee, got everything down there, lavvy, centrally, and everything.
With any luck, you might get to like it.
I thought Des might have been in tonight.
Oh, don't tell me you're pining for him already.
No. I just think he's in a bit of a sulk with me at the moment.
Why?
Well, he's got the wrong end of the stick, hasn't he? I think he thinks I'm not that bothered about getting married.
Hang on a minute, you've lost me. You think that he thinks...
And that's the reason why I don't want him to get in touch with Richie, but it's not. It's just that I know the way Richie's mind works. And if he can mess up things between me and Des, then he will.
What the hell are you doing? I'll give him something to laugh about.
The trees, get up, quick! Curly, take this one here.
I can't.
Why not?
I work in the morning.
Well, they might have filled it by then.
I'm not dressed to stay out all night long, am I?
Oh, for heaven's sake, Roy, give me a hand.
Mrs. Bishop, no, you can't be serious.
Just watch me.
Yay! Yay! Good on the end. Right, take trees, everyone.
Oh, hello, Emma. Can I get you a drink?
No, we're just off in a minute. I just wanted our Deirdre's.
Very low. She found the whole experience utterly humiliating.
Oh, I'm not surprised. It must have been a nightmare.
But I think she's appreciated having good friends around her.
Mike putting out surety was a great weight off her mind.
Mike did?
Mike did what?
Yeah, I was just telling Alma, Deirdre really appreciated your generosity, you know, volunteering to put up the surety on a bail like that.
Yeah, well, a security costs nothing, does it?
Doesn't it?
Oh, not in Deirdre's case, no. She's very grateful. She certainly won't let you down. Cheers.
There's no point in keeping you both on while it's quiet like this, so fight it out between yourselves, will you, lovies?
Don't bother. Me and my cat are getting on just fine at the moment, and your need is greater than mine. Go on.
Thanks, Nat.
Hi. You're through to Richie Fitzgerald.
Hiya.
Who was that?
Oh, no one. I'm just going to give my mate Billy a ring.
Well, go on then. Don't let me stop you.
How come you're back so early then?
Oh, it was dead quiet, so Jack let one of us have the option.
And you drew the short straw.
Des, I am so sorry about this afternoon. I didn't mean to sound so negative.
Well, maybe you didn't mean to, but you did.
Look, all I need is a little bit more space, that's all. Seeing Richie last time was so awful. I don't know how I'm going to feel talking to him again.
It wasn't great for me, you know. Nearly got my head kicked in.
Look, he's doing it again, isn't he? Dominating the conversation. We've got a night in that we didn't expect, so let's make the most of it.
Yeah, you're right. Let's do that. Because, well, I'm not going to be here tomorrow night.
How comes?
I've got a bit of business, you know, in Birmingham.
Didn't know there was a race course in Birmingham.
No, it's the dogs.
How long are you going for?
As long as it takes.
So long as you come back to me.
That's the general idea.
Where do you think you're going? Home. Think again.
You what?
Another hour, and thanks to you, this whole site will be crawling with journos and film crews. We need more security.
Yeah, well, I've done my shift. I'm off.
And you're top of my list.
Look, they'll be down in half an hour, Dinesh.
You better hope they are, you clown.
Boss?
You'll never guess what's happened here.
Emily!
It's Mrs. Bishop to you.
Mrs. Bishop, come down before you do yourself an injury.
Don't listen to him, Auntie Emily.
And if I don't come down, you'll chop the tree from under me.
Look, all that before, it was just a joke.
Well, we're not laughing, Mr. Battersby. And we're not budging. Tell that to your cronies. Tell that to the bulldozers. No passaran.